Hola bonitas, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on a new concealer, and that is the new MAC Cosmetics right here. Can you see it? The new MAC Cosmetics concealers. These are the Studio Radiance 24-hour Luminous Lift concealers. These just launched. I actually was so grateful because MAC did send these over to me in PR. So of course I'm gonna always give you guys my honest thoughts, my honest opinions on these, and a ver cómo nos va. So let's go ahead and review these. If you want to continue watching and see how these do on the under eye, then please go ahead and keep watching. Yes. So I did receive the concealers. I also got this brush, which we're gonna be using as well. I got two shades. I got NC20 and NC30. So I am going to go ahead and swatch these. But actually, before I swatch them, let me go ahead and read a little bit about this product so that we can go ahead and get everything going. Okay, so this concealer does retail for $31, and this is a weightless radiant concealer that provides 24-hour medium buildable coverage plus 90% immediate hydration and diminish the look of dark circles over time by 18%. So we have that. It's a serum infused concealer, medium buildable coverage, and a natural radiant finish. Dot, swipe, and glow to conceal and reveal a fresh, luminous, lifted look for an all-new weightless radiant concealer. Does not clog pores for all skin types, non-settling, non-streaking, non-caking. Okay, not bad at all. So it corrects dark circles, conceals blemishes, redness, covers up hyperpigmentation and dark spots, highlights and contours. So yeah, let's just get going with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch both shades, and then I'm gonna go ahead and apply the one that I feel like works best for me. So this is what the applicator looks like. Se ve así. It's pretty nice, pretty standard. So this right here is the first shade, which is NC20. And that one does look a little light. And then we have NC30. And NC30 looks like that. Do you see that right there? So NC20, NC30. And it really depends on kind of what I'm going for with my under eyes. If I kind of want it more so to match my complexion, or if I kind of want it to more so be a brightening shade. So if I want more brightening, I'll definitely go in with the NC20 because I think the NC20 would be good. But if I want more so of like conceal blemishes, or I want it to kind of match the rest of my complexion, I can go in with NC30. So I'm actually going to go in on one side with the NC20 and then on the other side with the NC30. So you know what, let me bring you guys in closer un poquito, and I'm gonna go ahead and, ooh, this is very creamy. I like that. And I'm gonna be using the brush. This one is the MAC 270S or 270S. And I'm going to apply it right here. Definitely a very lightweight, serum-y consistency for sure. Does have great pigmentation, I will say. To be honest, first impressions on the brush, just because there are certain brushes that I really love. One of my favorites is the House Labs one, and also the Sephora one. This one, no sé. It's not bad, but I don't know if it's my favorite for under eye concealer, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so that's kind of like the first start. I am gonna go in with a sponge to further blend things out. Okay, so this shade is definitely brightness, like brightness immediately. I feel like it may even be a little too bright for my liking, but we're gonna make it work at it. Definitely do feel like this is a medium coverage consistency in my opinion. I don't feel like it's like full coverage. I feel like you can build it up to a more fuller coverage type of situation, but I do feel like in here you do get like a medium coverage. And it's easy to blend. It works really well with a brush or a sponge from what I'm seeing. But yeah, it does look a little bit on the lighter side once I put it together with everything else. But I think once everything else comes together, it should be okay. And as always, I'm gonna be using my One Size Ultra Peach Powder. This is one of my absolute favorites. And I am just going to tap that on my under eye. I will say one thing about going in with a very lightweight serum consistency type of concealer is that it really allows for everything to just lay really nicely on the under eye. So that is definitely a good thing. But that's kind of what we're looking like with the colors. And you can definitely see the difference between the two colors I have here. This one definitely matches me better. I just really wanted to also try this one for brightening, but we are going to go in with the shade NC30 on this side to kind of see how it does compare and contrast them. I may look a little weird going out today with two different shades of this concealer, but it's okay. It's para ustedes, mis bonitas. I'll take my brush and I'm going to blend this out. I'm gonna blend, blend, blend. Definitely giving us brightness. It applies really beautifully, works really well with my powder. So the concealer does work really well. It does not feel heavy whatsoever. It feels extremely lightweight, but you can see the difference between having on the concealer and not having anything on. So I like that. Okay, now we're gonna go in with NC30 and we're gonna apply this one here. Ooh, I kind of feel like I'm gonna like this better already. Then I'm gonna go in over here. I'm going to blend that out. I'm just gonna use a sponge because I feel like with this concealer, I really do like how this applies better with a sponge than with a, kind of went over, than with a brush, or at least this brush. I'm not really the biggest fan of this brush, to be completely honest. I feel like this type of brush is something that I would use to apply like concealer all over my eye or an eye primer before I start with eyeshadow, but for concealer, I just feel like it's too small. Yeah, I think this shade is better. I'm not gonna lie, in the back of the hand, it looks a little too dark, but on the under eye, I feel like you can't even tell I have it on. Like you can't tell the difference. So if you like concealers to match better with your whole like tone, then I would go in with an NC30 if you are my complexion. I am going to use the NC30 up here while I let that kind of bake. I'm just going to put it in the high points of the face and kind of see how that blends out. Yeah, it blends out nicely. I feel like even for spot concealing, like if I'm not wearing makeup and I just want to conceal certain little blemishes, I think this is really good. So I'm going to just clean this off. Okay, so you can kind of see the difference. This kind of just more effortlessly matches with the rest of my complexion. This side is definitely giving us the brightness, and really to each their own, to whatever you prefer. I would say can work for you, but that's just kind of what we have going on right there. It looks nice. It looks very nice. The concealer does not feel heavy whatsoever. It feels really good on the under eyes. Very lightweight, easy to blend, yet still very pigmented. So for shades wise, it just really depends on what you prefer. Which color. If you want more brightness, then maybe get something like the NC20. If you want a little bit more of a match to everything else, then get like an NC30. But this is kind of what we have going on. Let's see. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my first initial thoughts, and we can go ahead and start this wear test because I'm very curious to see how this new MAC concealer is going to do. So definitely stay tuned, bonitas, because you will not want to miss this. Hey, bonitas, I am back. This is what the full face of makeup looks like, and I am going to go ahead and leave all the details down below in my description box. I pretty much did like my go-to look when I just want to do something quick, easy, and to the point. So yeah, that's what I have going on here. But let me go ahead and tell you the time. So right now it is 9:23 in la mañana, in the morning, and this is what our under eyes look like. Giving them some time to set and kind of, you know, get the hang of what they're gonna be working with today with all this other makeup. But honestly, really like how it looks. I feel like once everything came together, like I mentioned with blush and everything, I feel like you don't see the biggest difference now with under eyes, but I do still say that if you want more brightening, definitely go in with the NC20. If you want a little bit more of a match, go in with the NC30. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this. So that's see, and I like it. I like how it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy on the under eyes whatsoever. It just feels really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my in natural lighting clip so you guys can see how this looks like with the natural light, and then you guys will see my final thoughts at the end of the day, and I will share with you guys if I think these new matte concealers are worth the buy or not. They're not cheap, they're $31, so I wanna make sure that I'm giving you guys the best information on these products. So keep watching because you will not want to miss this, bonitas. Okay, bonitas, so here is the concealer in natural lighting. So let's see, I feel like it looks really nice. It's set really nicely. It worked well with the rest of my products, so I really like that. This is the side with the more brightening one, and then this is the side with the one that kind of matches my complexion a little bit better. So you have options. Let me know what you guys think. It's 12:20 in la mañana. I literally wore this for so long, this concealer. I actually just woke up. I fell asleep with my makeup on. And I was like, wait, you have to finish your wear test. So here we have it, the MAC concealer on both sides. Honestly, it did pretty well. The fact that it's still on and it is midnight, like, pretty impressed. There's a little bit of creasing, but honestly not too much. Like the under eyes still look pretty good, so I really do appreciate that. What do you guys think, bonitas? Let me know your thoughts, but I think that it does pretty good. I think that for the price, $31, and the coverage you get, it's just very wearable, easy to use, while still getting good coverage, very lightweight. So I feel like MAC did that. I would say if I had to buy a shade, I would definitely buy NC30 over the NC20. I feel like it's a better match to my complexion, but it's pretty long wearing. It is pretty long wearing, so I do like it. I feel like now I'm like, okay, I really love the Tarte concealer. Now I really like this one. It's not bad. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's continue doing some videos para mis bonitas. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go remove this makeup and go to sleep. So I will see you soon, bonitas. Stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adiós.